Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a review on this Intex Excursion Pro K2 inflatable kayak. We picked this up about a year ago because the kids decided they wanted to get into some kayaking, and even though we have room for regular hard-sided roto-molded kayaks, we really didn't have room for them whenever we go on camping trips, because we needed something when we're pulling our trailer, our travel trailer. We've got a firewood and sometimes bicycles and other stuff in the back of the truck, so we wanted something that we could pack down smaller. So we decided to give these a try. I did a lot of kind of research online, looked into them. We picked this one up and got it off Amazon. There's actually a link below if you want to go in. You can take a look at this kayak. Prime Day sale is going on right now, so you can go take a look at them, pick one up if you want. We've used this one for a year, taken it on several camping trips, brought it over here to the lake. My brother has a dock here at the lake, and so we bring it over here, we launch it here off the dock. We've taken it to numerous parks here in the area where we can put them in at. Very stable. It has 3 individual bladders, so the floor actually has its own bladder, and then the 2 sides are their own individual bladder. So if you happen to pop one, you're still going to have 2 that retains air. But it's been very durable. You know, I mean, right now I've got it sitting here on this shoreline on the bank here, so there's rocks, there's hickory nut shells, there's different things here. We've had it on the dock. We've taken it out fishing with it a lot. We've bumped into some tree limbs and brush and things, and we've not had any issues with it. It seems to be really robust and durable. It is just a single layer bladder and floor, and it's not stand-up ready. You know, I know some of those kayaks out on the market today have like a drop stitch floor, which makes it a really solid flat surface, and you can stand up on it if you want to. This one's not that way, but you can see it's got inflatable seat cushions. There's two cushions, obviously, if you buy the 2-person kayak. There's also a booster underneath here, so you can actually elevate yourself up a little bit in here. We do use it in 2-person mode a lot. It is a little tight for fishing 2 people in here, especially if you try to get a tackle box in here. So what typically we do is my son and I will set them up in 1-person configuration whenever we go out fishing, and we bought a second kayak, actually exactly the same, because we liked this one so much. We bought this one, used it for a while, liked it so much we bought a second one, so all 4 of us can go out kayaking at the same time. But if we're going to go fishing, then we'll set it up in 1-person mode, where we take the back seat out, we'll slide this front seat a little more than halfway back, and we'll put there's a mount here, a little aluminum tubular mount here. A lot of times we'll mount the GoPro on here. This comes with rod holders back here behind the seat. There's plenty of room for, we can put a cooler in here, we can put a tackle box in here. We put all of our fishing tools, so our fish gripper, our pliers, water bottle, all this sort of stuff we'll put in here, and there's plenty of room for 1 person to fish out of it. I haven't seen the 1-person version. They make this in a 1-person. It's, I think, 2 feet shorter. So if you know you're only going to be using only using the kayak for 1 person, you might want to look into the 1-person version of this, because you do save, I think it's 5 or 6 pounds of weight. This one, I believe, came in around 43 pounds, and if I look here, it's rated for 400 pounds. So, it's 1 person can handle it. We carry it in individually on our own, and it comes in a stuff sack that has a 2-way high flow pump with it. The paddles come with it. The foot rests here come with it. The rod holders come with it. It comes with a GoPro mount, and it comes with this tubular mount. It also comes with 2 fins, so it has a shallow fin in case you're using it in a river system, and then it also has a taller, like a 6-inch tall fin, if you're using it somewhere like a lake. And those fins do really help it track really well. It has a floor drain in the front and the back, so if you do get a lot of splash in or overspray while you're paddling, it will kind of self-bail itself that way as well. So really pleased with this. It's got a lot of these D-rings situated throughout it. That's how you attach your seat cushion, is there's Velcro on the bottom, and then the back of your seat cushion is connected to these D-rings on the side. We also use these D-rings to attach our fishing lanyards and plier lanyards and all that sort of stuff here, so it's secure here, and if it were to get knocked over, then it's still attached in this manner here. So there's the GoPro mount is up here on the front, so it actually comes with its own flexible GoPro mount, so you just slide it in there. You can put your GoPro on it, you can bend it, twist it, turn it, do whatever you want to do with it. What else is there? I think that's the basic rundown of it. Super easy to use. Like I said, the pump is two-way, so you have an inflate side, a deflate side. So when I go to tear this down or break this down later, I'll just pop the valves open, and I'll release the relief on them, and they'll just kind of release the bulk of the air all on their own. But then I'll use the pump in deflate mode to pump all the air out, so that I can roll it up really good and tight and fit it back into the bag that it came in. So really happy with it. I can't say enough good things about it. Obviously, I'm going to call it to be like a mid-range inflatable. They do make lower price point inflatable kayaks out there that you can get into. They don't have the features that this one has. A lot of them I looked at don't come with a pump. A lot of them don't come with paddles, so you have to buy those extra. So be careful if you're in the market looking for an inflatable kayak. Make sure that the one you're looking at has a pump. Find out if it has paddles with it. But this one comes with all that. It's a really good value. A buddy of mine just went out and bought one himself. I showed these at the YouTube rendezvous that we had here at Big Ridge State Park a couple months ago, and a lot of guys were really impressed with them, and they're looking into them themselves. So like I said, if you decide to get one of these, there's a link below. You can go check it out there. But there's also reviews on YouTube of guys that have taken these and customized them in various different ways. So if you have any more questions about it, then feel free to drop it below. Leave a comment. I ask that you hit that like button. Always appreciate if you hit the subscribe. If you want to be notified every time we release new videos, you can hit the bell beside the subscribe button, and that just really helps us out, lets us know that we're producing content that you like to see. Lake activity is really starting to pick up. The kids have been out on the kayaks here today playing. The activity, jet ski, skiers, boat activity is really starting to pick up. The wind's picking up as storms start to move in the area too. So we're probably going to call it a day here soon and deflate this and get out of here, just because I don't like the kids being out on the main lake here when you've got so much boat traffic going on. But this is a color that stands out really well. It's not a dull, muted color that would kind of blend in with the water or cause any issues. This orange really stands out really well, and I'm very pleased with it as how it's performed so far. So the girls inflated this kayak today when we got here, and I pulled it all out for them because at 40-something pounds, it is a little much for the young girls to handle there. But they both inflated it, and the time lapse here, I took a time lapse of it. You'll see it took roughly 5 minutes for them to air up the bottom and the two sides and the seat cushions. So it's not a very long, time-consuming process. That dual action high flow pump really makes great time for inflating these sizable bladders on this kayak. So that is another good thing, plus the fact that the pump does come standard with the kayak, and with a lot of other kayaks we looked at out there, you actually have to buy a pump separate. So just a little bit on the inflation time there for this kayak too.